So yeah, basically, when I got the news in the group, my main goal was to be able to go to Japan before the lesson starts. So yeah, I actually already arranged everything like the week before school started. So like before the 12th of October, I already booked a flight for Saturday. This was actually the first thing I did, even before I got my visa. And yeah, it actually was unexpectedly smooth. So I pretty much got an apartment really fast, and the visa turned out okay. And well, after I got my visa, I also had to do the corona test, which also worked out well, and it was unexpectedly smooth. So, and yeah.
We got the news before even the embassy, so I tried to contact the embassy right away, and they say you should send a message in 2 days. So 2 days after, at the opening time, I sent a message, even though I had no paper yet. Maybe I had already the pledge, but I sent a message to get an appointment. And I was lucky because I was one of the first, so I got the appointment for Monday, but I choose to delay this appointment to Tuesday because I was expecting the COE to arrive, so there was managing of package, appointment and everything. I booked my ticket after going to the embassy because when you go to the embassy, they can tell you when you can get your visa. I told them I wanted to fly to Japan Saturday, so they made the effort to give me the visa Friday. And so after telling me that, I went home and booked the plane right away and started to search for a PCR test. It wasn't that smooth as Kai for me because I took the test Wednesday at near 5 p.m. and by Friday I still had not the result. So I had to call many times to try to force them to give me the result. But at the end, yes, they gave me the result. And I went the same day to get my visa. As for the apartment, I already had one. I got one sometime before. So everything was ready, and yeah, I could fly without much problem other than that. So the most dangerous thing is the PCR, probably for everyone. The procedure starts when you are on the plane. They will give you paper to be faster when you arrive to the land. So they will give you some paper to fill, like the quarantine place where you're gonna stay, the contact information, many information. After you fill that and the plane land, as for me, it was really fast. We could go out of the plane right away, so we didn't wait. I was in Narita, by the way. So I went out of the plane, walked a lot, really a lot. But it was easy because there's people everywhere telling you where you should go. So after walking a lot, we had to take the first PCR test, well, the first and last PCR test. It was saliva test, so I really advise people to drink a lot during the flight because else it's gonna be hard and you're gonna be forced to take the PCR test and it's gonna be slower. So after you take the saliva test, I was one of the second I think. And after taking the saliva test, you're gonna go to another place, again walking a bit. And some person gonna check your paper that you filled on the plane. And here you must be careful to say that you are a new student for the residence track, because I didn't, and they didn't ask either. So I was treated as re-enter, and if you don't say that, they won't give you a paper that you need for immigration. And as for me, I had to get it back after, so I lost a bit of time. So after you talk with these people, they're gonna assign you a seat where you're gonna sit and wait for the PCR. And it was pretty fast, not even 20 minutes, 30 maybe. And I wasn't the fastest. There weren't people that got the result before me. So after this, Well, again, you're gonna give the paper that you still had, and you're gonna go to immigration, and with your certificate of eligibility, visa, COE, part-time work permit. I don't know if I forget some paper, I think no. But with this, normally it's okay. They're gonna make you fill one paper again, and then you're gonna be in line to get your diary card. Again, for me it was smooth, no problem. They just take picture, fingerprint, and 10-15 minutes after I had my diary card. And after that, you're just gonna go to the customs, fill again a paper. There's a lot of paperwork, but that's normal, I guess. You fill a paper about customs and take your baggage. They are already there because, well, it takes a bit of time. So you just take them, give the paper to the person, and if, as for me, they didn't check my bags. But yeah, after that I was in the hall. The whole procedure took, I think, 2 hours, but maybe a bit less, and it could be even faster if I didn't forget the paper at the start. So it was pretty smooth. I was expecting 3 or more hours. So as for going home, I booked a private car, and because we can't use the taxi or train, and that's how I got home.
So it wasn't as smooth as Emanuele told, actually, in Haneda. The procedures were the same, so we got the papers first, we had to fill in the plane, but already when we had to exit the plane, we first had to wait around 20 to 30 minutes until the quarantine officer said, okay, now you can leave the plane. And again, like Emanuele said, a lot of walking. We walked through the whole terminal, basically, to get all the documents required. The procedure itself was the same. So first, you gotta show them where you are from and what are you doing here. Like, are you a business resident or are you just on the normal residence track? And yeah, then we had the saliva test, and then we had to walk again and wait for the results. And the procedure itself was really fast, so I think not longer than 30 minutes. Yeah, but after that, the immigration process itself, when I was standing in front of the border before I can get my baggage, the immigration officer told me that she has never seen this kind of seyaksho, this kind of pledge. So yeah, they had to check it first, which took around 20 minutes, actually 20 to 30 minutes, and they talked to a lot of people. So there were 4 immigration officers just for me. And yeah, but in the end, everything worked out, and I got my Saidio card and my residence card. Yeah, the rest was, again, without any problems. When I heard, okay, now it's time for the saliva test, I got really nervous, and well, as expected, there was no saliva for me. So this was the most difficult part. So yeah, you should expect it, and like Emanuele said, drink a lot. But if you have your documents and everything is perfectly fine, then there is basically no problem. Just don't forget it or lose anything.
Yeah, because if you have all paper and you're ready, you prepared yourself, it's gonna be easy.
We basically can't go out at all, just for essentials. So when I arrived, well, it's pretty convenient because I have a convenience store just right next door. So it only is 1 minute from my room to the convenience store. So I was able to buy essentials you need, like toothbrush and papers or stuff like that for lessons. The rest is, well, of course, except the class, the rest is pretty boring. Yeah, just be sure to have a good internet connection to be able to watch a lot of movies and chat with your friends. Yeah, I mean, we have class around 4 hours a day, but the rest of the day is pretty much within your room. So you have to be creative and make the best of your situation. Eating is basically, yeah, like I said, we can go to the convenience store if we need something pretty bad, like drinks or something like that. But I try to avoid to go out, so I mostly rely on Uber Eats, where we got the promotion codes. So I'm sticking to Uber Eats and order every day Japanese food.
My day in this apartment is I wake up, I do some review about lesson of the day before, and then cook, then do lesson because my lesson are in the afternoon, and then after lesson I just relax and order Askai. I use a lot of Uber Eats. And then again relax and sleep. That's basically my day. Or in between I call my family, I don't know, call friend or something like that. But as for going out, I've never been out since I came. Never. I had the luck that this house had already some food and water, so for now it's enough. But I think the day I will have to buy something, I will use service online. I think there is Amazon Fresh or something like that. So I'm prepared to use that. It's going smoothly, I say. It's a bit, of course, it's a bit sad because you can't really explore Japan, but if you compare the 2-week quarantine with what you gain after, you will have basically 1 year in Japan, so you can do this effort for the bigger reward. So yeah. For me, 14 days, if you compare 14 days to 1 year, it's a really small time, small period. So I think everyone that wanted to come to Japan to try the life here, or because they love Japan, they are able to do this effort, and you should just wait 14 days and that's all, and then you will be as if you have been living here. So also, of course, as I said, it's because of my love for Japan that I was able to choose to come, even though I have to do 14 days basically.
Also, the most driving factor was, of course, the love to Japan, to the culture, to the society, to the life. My goal to come to Japan was actually around 2 years ago. Then I graduated from university, not university, Senmongakko, vocational school. And after that, I heard that the borders are closed to Japan. It was a really, really hard time, but I never gave up on the thought that eventually I will be in Japan. And like Emmanuel said, 2 weeks for 1 year or even longer is a pretty good price. So I'm willing to pay it. And now I am in Japan. I'm sitting here in my room, and in 7 days I can go outside. So if you really want to go to Japan now, I think you should just do it. There is nothing which stops you now. So just go ahead and fly to Japan.
Some advice I can give to people is, don't forget, I don't have here, but adapter for plugs, because I had a problem with my PC. My charger, I had an adapter, but it didn't work. So it was hard to do lesson. I had to buy online and get delivered. So for 2 or 3 days, I had to do Zoom call with my iPad. Other than that, you need a phone number for Uber Eats.
Be prepared, Get everything done you can get done in your home country before you come to Japan, of course. And also think about daily essentials. I'm in my apartment, and I first didn't have stuff like hairdryer or stuff like this. You don't think about things like that before leaving. You should just think about what you're using at home and bring what you can to Japan to be prepared for 2 weeks of quarantine, because in a convenience store it's not easy to find a lot of stuff. So that's basically it. Also, like the problem with the internet, there is some vending machines on the airport. You can get a SIM card for your mobile phone. I think it helps a lot before entering the apartment. Maybe you don't have internet right from the beginning, so you should definitely consider getting an internet connection when you arrive in Japan.